The 30 most beautiful places on Earth. There are places that do not belong only to the Earth. They belong to eternity. Landscapes that seem like dreams carved by time, where every stone, every wave, every whisper of wind tells the silent story of creation. From the snowy peaks of the Himalayas to the turquoise glow of the Maldives, the planet reveals its soul in impossible colors. Mountains breathe clouds, deserts sing with the wind, and forests seem to cradle time itself. In this film, we journey through destinations that define the meaning of the sublime, beauty that needs no reason. Between ancient ruins and endless oceans, between grandeur and silence, each place becomes a mirror of the earth and of ourselves. Machu Picchu. Suspended between mountains and clouds, Machu Picchu is the whisper of the Andes turned to stone. Built in the 15th century by the Inca Empire, this lost city reveals an almost spiritual harmony between architecture and nature. Each perfectly fitted wall defies time, and the silence that fills its ruins seems to carry the echo of ancient gods. At dawn, when sunlight touches the damp stones, the entire valley ignites in gold and mist. It is a spectacle that transcends sight, a communion between the human and the divine. Machu Picchu is not merely a destination. It is an ancestral memory of who we are when we listen to the earth. Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is the Earth's most beautiful scar, a geological poem written by millions of years of wind, sun, and silence. Its crimson layers tell the story of the planet, each revealing a chapter in Earth's ancient breath. Standing before its cliffs, time itself seems to lose meaning. The Colorado River winds below, carving with divine patience through the heart of the desert. At sunset, the colors shift every second, from ochre to gold, from violet to fire. The distant cry of eagles echoes through the stones, reminding us that there are places not meant to be understood, only felt. Mount Fuji. Majestic and serene, Mount Fuji rises like a white poem against Japan's horizon. A symbol of purity and reverence, its perfect shape has inspired artists and pilgrims for centuries. On cold mornings, the sun rises behind it, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold, a spectacle of silence and eternity. Fuji-san is more than a mountain. It is a spiritual presence. Its slopes shelter temples and cedar forests where the wind seems to pray. To gaze upon Fuji is to understand the balance between strength and stillness, between the human and the divine. Northern Lights. When Norway's sky begins to dance, the entire world seems to hold its breath. The Northern Lights turn the night into a living spectacle. Veils of green, violet, and blue light ripple over the Arctic as if the universe itself were breathing. This phenomenon, born from the meeting of solar winds and Earth's magnetic field, was once seen as a divine message. Beneath that glowing curtain, the silence of the snow is absolute. For a brief moment, the soul understands infinity. Santorini. Between the blue of the Aegean Sea and the whitewashed houses perched on cliffs, Santorini feels like a dream floating over the Mediterranean. Formed by an ancient volcanic eruption, the island holds in its rocks the memory of fire, and in its streets, the serenity of Greece. At sunset, when the sky melts into shades of copper and lavender, every terrace becomes an altar to the horizon. Santorini is not merely a romantic escape. It is a meeting of light, time, and silence. Torres del Paine. At Chile's southern edge, where the wind has a voice and the land breathes ice, rise the Torres del Paine, stone cathedrals that touch the sky. The mountains mirror themselves in glacial blue lakes, and the silence of the pampas feels as ancient as the earth itself. Guanacos race across the plains, condors glide above the peaks, and the cold air cuts like crystal. This is the kingdom of purity and solitude, where nature speaks in its oldest language, awe. Pyramids of Giza. In Egypt's desert, time bends before the pyramids of Giza. Majestic beneath the relentless sun, they have guarded the mystery of eternity for over 4,000 years. Each stone block is a fragment of human faith, raised to touch the divine. In the shadow of the Sphinx, the Sahara wind whispers tales of pharaohs and stars. The pyramids are not mere monuments. They are petrified prayers, memories of a people who believed the soul could cross the horizon. Taj Mahal. In the heart of India, the white marble of the Taj Mahal gleams like an eternal sigh of love. Built by Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal, this monument transcends architecture. It is poetry carved in stone. As the sun rises over the Yamuna River, the Taj changes color. Pink at dawn, golden at dusk, silver under the moon. Each reflection is a reminder of a promise, of love that conquered time. Banff National Park. In the heart of Canada's Rocky Mountains, Banff National Park is a symphony of ice, forest, and light. Turquoise lakes mirror snow-capped peaks, while the crisp air carries the scent of pine and the promise of silence. Founded in 1885, Banff is Canada's oldest national park, a sanctuary of wildlife. Elk cross frozen rivers, bears wander through valleys, and the wind whispers ancient tales. Here, the world feels reborn with every breath. Bora Bora. In the heart of the Pacific, Bora Bora is a blue whisper between sky and sea. The dormant volcano rises above a crystal lagoon, surrounded by reefs that shimmer like jewels. Here, light has texture, and time moves to a different rhythm. Called the Pearl of the Pacific, it earns its name well. Its waters seem painted by hand. Beneath the tropical sun, the wind carries the scent of the ocean and tiar flowers. Bora Bora is where dream and reality meet, the moment paradise breathes. Great Barrier Reef. Beneath the crystal waters of northeastern Australia lies the planet's largest living structure, the Great Barrier Reef. Over 2,900 reefs stretch across 2,300 kilometers, forming a submerged rainbow where life beats in endless forms. Turtles, rays, and schools of fish dance in a silent ballet among corals that glow like gemstones. Seen from above, it looks like a living painting, a reminder that Earth itself is a work of fragile, eternal creation. Petra. Carved into the rose-red cliffs of Jordan's desert, Petra is a miracle of stone and time. Known as the Lost City, it was home to the Nabateans more than 2,000 years ago. The Sick Gorge opens like a portal, revealing the treasury, a temple sculpted with divine precision. As the sun shifts, the walls shimmer between gold and violet. The sound of footsteps echoes through the canyons as if the city still breathes. Petra stands as a silent reminder of both the grandeur and fragility of civilization. Serengeti. Under Tanzania's golden sun, the Serengeti is the beating heart of the wild. Endless plains where millions of wildebeests, zebras, and gazelles draw the eternal cycle of migration. The wind carries the scent of earth, and the distant roar of lions echoes like an ancient song. At dusk, the horizon burns with fire and dust. It is nature's grand theater, raw, beautiful, eternal. The Serengeti is not just a landscape. It is the rhythm of the earth itself, breathing. Easter Island. In the heart of the Pacific, Easter Island rests shrouded in mystery. Its rolling hills hold hundreds of moai, stone giants gazing toward the sea for centuries, silent guardians of a vanished civilization. The winds carry tales of Polynesian voyagers who crossed endless waters guided only by the stars. Here, time seems suspended, and silence has a soul. Easter Island is a dialogue between humanity and the infinite. Iguazu Falls. On the border between Brazil and Argentina, Iguazu Falls roars like a heart made of water and light. Its 275 cascades plunge with divine force into the tropical jungle, painting a permanent rainbow in the mist. The Guarani called it Big Water, and in front of it, everything feels small. The sound is so powerful, it seems to cleanse the soul. Iguazu Falls is the perfect meeting of power and beauty. Venice. Between canals and reflections, Venice seems to float above time. Built on 118 islands, the city is a labyrinth of bridges, waters, and stories. Gondolas glide like shadows, and every facade reflects centuries of art and splendor. No other place blends melancholy and beauty with such grace. As the sun sets over the Grand Canal, the light turns to liquid gold. Venice is not just a city, it is a memory that never dries. Mont Saint-Michel. Rising between the sky and the Sea of Normandy, Mont Saint-Michel seems to float upon the tides. For centuries, it has been a spiritual beacon for pilgrims seeking the sacred. When the tide rises, it becomes an island. When it falls, golden sands appear. The sound of bells mingles with the whisper of waves, and the abbey, crowned at the summit, seems to touch infinity. Mont Saint-Michel is a bridge between the divine and the earthly, a miracle of stone and tide. Dubrovnik. Surrounded by golden walls that reflect the Adriatic, Dubrovnik is a medieval jewel untouched by time. Its marble streets, towers, and fortresses hold centuries of history and resilience. Every stone tells of sailors, empires, and storms overcome. Known as the Pearl of the Adriatic, its beauty is both austere and radiant. From the top of the walls, the horizon stretches endlessly, and the sea seems to whisper ancient promises. Mount Kilimanjaro. Rising alone above the African plains, Kilimanjaro is the roof of Africa, a snow-crowned giant surrounded by golden savannas. Its presence commands the horizon with divine serenity. For the local tribes, it is the mountain of light. To climb Kilimanjaro is to ascend through the earth's silence, every step a prayer, every breath a revelation. At its summit, the world bows to immensity. Lake Louise. In the heart of the Canadian Rockies, Lake Louise shimmers like liquid emerald. Fed by ancient glaciers, its turquoise hue shifts with the light, mirroring snow-capped peaks and silent forests. The air is pure, filled with the sound of wind and water, and every view feels like a living painting. It is a place where nature rests in perfection, where time melts into serenity. Salar de Uyuni. Across Bolivia's high plains stretches the endless white of the Salar de Uyuni. When it rains, sky and earth become one, and those who cross it seem to walk among clouds. The world's largest salt flat is a landscape that defies logic and stirs the soul. Under the sun, the horizon glitters like crystal. At night, the stars reflect beneath your feet. The Salar is where the earth dreams awake. Sahara Desert. The Sahara is an ocean of sand where silence takes shape. Golden dunes move like waves under the hot wind, and the horizon seems endless. It is the largest hot desert on Earth, a kingdom of fire and light, where solitude becomes poetry. At night, cold replaces heat, and the sky fills with countless stars. The Sahara is the mirror of eternity, vast, beautiful, and untamed. Rio de Janeiro. Between the green of the Atlantic forest and the blue of the ocean, Rio de Janeiro is a living painting. Sugarloaf Mountain rises like a stone sentinel. Christ the Redeemer opens his arms over the bay, and the sun cloaks the city in eternal gold. The waves of Copacabana sing their stories, and Corcovado watches over the heart of Brazil. Rio is where the sacred meets the everyday, where nature and the soul dance beneath the same sky. Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone is the cradle of America's wild heart. Geysers erupt like the Earth's breath, and thermal pools paint the ground in impossible colors. Bison roam the plains, and wolves howl through valleys like echoes of a primordial age. Founded in 1872, it is the world's first national park, a reminder that the Earth is alive and untamed. Here, fire sleeps beneath the soil, and silence carries the sound of creation. Bali Island. Bali is the scent of incense, the sound of gongs, and the shimmer of sunlight over rice terraces. Known as the Island of the Gods, it is a sanctuary where temples rise between forests and the sea seems to pray in silence. Mount Agung dominates the horizon like a sleeping deity, and every sunset feels like a sacred ritual of color. In Bali, life and spirit dance in perfect harmony. Cinque Terre. Carved into the cliffs of the Italian Riviera, the colorful villages of Cinque Terre look like paintings brought to life. Houses in hues of pink, yellow, and blue cling to the sea, connected by paths and vineyards winding through mountains and breeze. As the sun sets, the lights bloom like earthly stars. Cinque Terre is the harmony between human effort and natural wonder, a poem upon the Mediterranean. Mount Everest. Everest, the roof of the world, touches the sky with 8,848 meters of silence and wind. Its frozen slopes mark the line between courage and the impossible. The Himalayans call it Sagarmatha, the forehead of the sky. Up there, the air is thin, time slows, and the planet itself seems to bow before eternity. Everest is not just a mountain. It is humanity's encounter with the essence of the sublime. Halong Bay. In northern Vietnam, Halong Bay is a labyrinth of limestone islands rising from the sea like sleeping dragons. Emerald waters reflect caves, cliffs, and ancient legends, shaping a landscape seemingly breathed by gods. At dawn, mist veils the horizon and everything melts into silence and light. Halong Bay is a whisper between myth and reality, a place where time drifts slowly. Plitvice Lakes National Park. Amid Croatia's mountains and forests, Plitvice National Park is a sanctuary of water and color. 16 interconnected lakes cascade through turquoise and emerald tones, creating a landscape where every drop feels like a liquid note of music. Wooden bridges float over silence, and the mist of waterfalls fills the air with the scent of life. Plitvice is nature's melody in its purest form. St. Helena Island. Lost in the South Atlantic, St. Helena is a fragment of solitude and beauty. Green mountains rise from the deep ocean, and clouds brush their peaks like veils of mystery. It has been refuge, prison, and sanctuary, a remote point where time seems to stand still. Waves crash against volcanic cliffs, and the wind carries the scent of salt and distance. St. Helena is the Earth's echo in its most peaceful vastness. From the summit of Everest to the sands of the Sahara, from Petra's ruins to Bora Bora's glow, the world is a living mosaic of miracles. Each place we've seen reminds us that Earth breathes, feels, and dreams with us. Beauty is not only in the landscape, but in the gaze that beholds it. That of belonging to a planet that is both home and mystery.